Hi everyone, Danny Miles here in Toronto on a nice, beautiful summer day again, and we're here to play the IntoBridge Daily Celebrity Challenge, 5 deals with the robots, and I'm going to use Gavin's advanced system. So let's get started. I am off to the Bermuda Bowl shortly, which will be a lot of fun for Canada, so we'll see how we do. I'm really excited and looking forward to it, and you never know. So here we are, we're in third seat. White, we have a scattering of honors. I think I'm going to add that to 13. I'm going to open a diamond, which fits with Leah's system. I don't mind opening one club with these hands that are totally balanced with 4-4 in the minors. Otherwise, you may lose the club suit. Now, the one disadvantage of opening a club is if it goes something like, 2 spades, negative double, pass, all of a sudden we're bidding 3 diamonds and partner can't get back to clubs. So at least we have an economical way, or probably two if they preempt 2 hearts or something like that. With over 2 spades, maybe I could bid 2 no. But I'm gonna bid a diamond. Now a lot of pairs, like I say, we just always open a club with a balanced hand. We'll see what this brings us. So no trump, transfer. Okay, I'm not gonna double for now, but 2 hearts comes back to me. I might take a crack at this and see if we can compete further. Nobody vulnerable is the time you want to compete the hardest. And if they have an 8-card fit, we want to compete. We want to get them out of there. So if partner has 4 or 5 spades, we'll probably play in spades. If they have a 4-card minor, we can scramble into 3 of a minor. If they have 4 hearts and choose to pass, that may not be good, but we do want to fight for the part score. So let's see what this does. Pull partner 3 clubs. Okay. Push them to 3 hearts. Okay. Our work is done. And this is sort of a lesson that, I've been playing with them really younger in the last few weeks. And, they're 11, 12, 13 years old. They like bidding their hand a couple of times, as sort of we all did when we were younger. And, they'll open the bidding with a dead minimum, no extra shape, no extra length, and then they'll keep competing because they want to keep bidding. So teaching them the pass card is very important. We've pushed them up a level. Let's pass. Hopefully partner passes. Good. So we have some equity in pushing them up to 3 hearts. So let's try to go plus 50. Partner led a diamond. Okay, so Declare's got, I'm going to count Dummy's points. Dummy has 3 points, so a very weak hand, but they do have a 6th heart. So 3 points in R13 is 16. Declare has 15 to 17, so that leaves partner with 7 to 9 points. So they likely have a club honor or 2, and then probably an honor in one of the majors, like the ace of spades or something like that, the ace of hearts. So let's see what we can do here. Stick jack, we're not going to false card. Okay, I'm not going to unblock, even though partner may very well have the queen. No sense in unblocking. Little heart, 7 of diamonds back. Partner roughed it. Wow. Okay. So let's take stock. Declare had 5 diamonds, right? There were 3 in dummy. We had 4, and partner led a singleton. So Declare had 5 diamonds, and their shape is probably something like 3-2-5-3. Partner didn't bid 2 spades, so partner's probably got 5 clubs. Partner's probably something like 4-3-1-5 or even 3-4-1-5. So we're going to give him the 4. I don't want him to underlead clubs to try to get to us. I want him to play a spade. There we go. See what we can do here. No ace. Ace, that's too bad. Here comes a heart, crashing our king and queen. All right, so Declare did have a doubleton heart. Partner had 3. So partner was probably 4-3-1-5. 3-3-1-6 is also slightly possible. So what we need to do now is just our tricks. Let's see here. Can they go anywhere? Declare has, what do they have? 3 little diamonds left. So their last diamond is going to set up. So we do want to cash our tricks here, because otherwise Declare can go back and forth and end up in their hand to cash the diamond. So partner had the queen of hearts, nothing in spades, maybe the jack, and nothing in diamonds. So they've probably got decent clubs. I think Can they have king, queen of clubs, jack of spades, queen of hearts? Yeah, they could. I think I'm going to cash the king of spades. I'm not going to lead a low one, hoping declare has jack third. There's the 10. Okay, I think declare probably has ace jack 10. So I'm going to shift to a club now. And hopefully our other spade doesn't go away. Ace, okay. It shouldn't because declare has no way back to his hand. All right, so we're going to hold him to 3. So we took our equity, but unfortunately it didn't pay off because the opponents made their 3. Could we have defeated it? I don't believe so. No, we could have. So let's see what we had to do. Let's see what we had to do here. The partner had to lead a spade to get the spade suit going. The diamond ruff turned out to be with a natural trump trick. So I think if we lead a spade, we're going to collect 2 spades, 2 hearts, and a slow diamond trick. He can't even finesse in clubs to do that. So it turned out partner ruffed air, unfortunately. So partner ruffed declares diamond loser with a natural trump trick. So that's another point. Don't be always in such a rush to ruff a trick when declare leads towards an honor. Recognize that you may be ruffing declares loser, and it may be with a natural trump trick. So that's not great. We could have defeated that but by pushing them up. So 7-8 points. This is kind of a pretty ugly overcall, but I am going to make it simply because I'm very desperate for a diamond lead. In all likelihood, the auction West is probably going to bid a major, and if East supports that major, I do want a diamond lead. So I'm going to bid 1 diamond, recognizing that I might go minus 800, and they may not be able to make anywhere near there. So this isn't a good development. This is a weak raise, 3 clubs, and partner said double. So what can I do here? I don't have 4 cards in either major. I'm not passing, and repeating the diamonds should show a 6th one. So if partner's 5-4 in the majors and I guess the wrong one, that's too bad. I'm going to bid 3 hearts. This does promise 4. Let's actually see what 3 diamonds shows. It shows 6. So I have nothing to bid. I have no good bid. And of course, I'm not going to pass because that would just be silly. So there isn't really a bid for this. I want to kind of make a double of my partner's double, right? Like to say, I don't really have anything good to bid. But we're going to bid 3 hearts and try to survive. If partner puts us in game, we're probably getting killed. Okay, no double, please. Okay, let's see what we can do. Did I buy a 5-card suit? 4-card suit. So partner is 15 high card points. Added to my 8 is 23. Our queen jack of clubs are useless. So we're in a terrible contract. And turns out I should have passed. They would have probably responded in either a major or 3 clubs. Over 3 clubs, partner would say double, and I would bid 3 diamonds, and we'd probably play it there. So instead, we're in 4 hearts. 3 diamonds is a much better contract. But let's see what we can do to salvage any chance of a win here. 6 of spades, that's not good for us. That's a pretty ominous shift. I'm going to stick in the 9 and hope that forces an honor. Hope they led from something like 10-8-6 or king 10-8-6. And, they might be setting up a spade ruff, but there isn't really much we can do. I'm not going to fly up with the ace of spades and, be stuck in dummy trying to play trumps from the wrong hand. 10, okay, this is wonderful. King of spades, okay. So the 6 and then the 5. So it looks like doubleton spade over there. So that's not going to be good either. So king, queen, 10, 4 times in spades on my right, and probably the king of clubs. So that's 8 points. The ace of hearts, almost certainly offside, but there isn't really much we can do about that. I could try to pick off a doubleton ace of hearts. Like if West has 5 clubs, East has 4 clubs. If East has 4 spades, 4 clubs, 2 hearts and 3 diamonds, maybe, maybe I can play a little heart twice, and then I would lose just 2 hearts instead of 3 hearts. So maybe I'll try that. Now they're going to overruff me anyway here, but let's see what we can do here. See if he goes up. No, 5. I'll stick in the 7. 10, okay. 10 of diamonds. Now I'm going to play, so that was the 10 of hearts, okay. I'm surprised he didn't cross in clubs. Maybe West has ace, king of clubs, in which case East has ace of hearts, king, queen of spades is 9. There's no more high cards. No, East has to have more, right? Let's see the auction. Yeah, East opened. So East has the rest of the high cards. Now, are hearts 3-3 or are hearts 4-2? That is the question. The 10 of diamonds sure looks like doubleton. So I think that would give East 4-3-3. No, 4-2-3-4. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with my original plan. I'm going to try and duck a heart to East. Let's see if this works. But it may be a moot point because they might be able to, no, hold on. If they play a spade, rough, and then get back with the king of clubs and then promote the 10 of hearts. Yeah, this is probably not going to matter. And there's nothing I can do other than play 3 rounds of diamonds, but then they're going to rough with West with the 4 little trumps. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to duck, ace, 8. Okay, so there's one more trump out there. So we're down 2, and now we're going to be down 3, and now we're going to be down 4. No, actually, we might be down 5 if they get a rough now. So I'm going to rough with the 9 and see if this is the jack. Jack, yeah, there's nothing I could do. So now we also lose the ace of hearts. So we're down a bunch. Good bidding, good play. Well done. So we're going to take 5 tricks. So you should be able to beat that. Obviously, I had to pass 1 club. So that's a feather in the cap of not overcalling with bad hands and flat hands. Let's see what I could have done. I was played from the south side, so I couldn't even make 1. So I think down 4 or down 5 was sort of what I was always in for. Yeah, I could have held it to down 3. I guess if I go up with the king of hearts on the first round, that's probably better. Let's see. Yeah, I had to just start trumps from the dummy right away because they were 3-3. Just get them going right away. So that wasn't a success. But we go on to the third deal, and we have 15 high cards, singleton heart. I'm going to open 1 club. I know people like opening 1 diamond with these hands and rebidding 2 clubs. I really, really dislike distorting my minor suit lengths. Too many times, partner will have 3 clubs and 2 diamonds and put me back in 2 diamonds, and I'll be in a 4-2 fit instead of a 5-3 fit. So I'm going to open 1 club, and if partner responds 1 heart, I will just deal with that later. Okay, so usually with these hands, I'm going to rebid 2 clubs. I can't rebid 1 no trump because I have a singleton heart and I have too many points for that. So if I was going to bid no trump with a singleton heart, I would have opened 1 no trump. But in an ACBL event, I actually would not be allowed to do that unless my singleton was the queen or king or ace. So I'm going to bid 2 clubs. I'm not quite strong enough to reverse with 2 diamonds, especially with partner bidding hearts. I like my reverses to be a little bit more sound. If I had 17 with this shape, I would reverse, but I'm just going to rebid 2 clubs. It doesn't promise 6. We could still have 5. Let's see what he bids. 2 diamonds is going to be an artificial, probably game forcing. No, 10 plus, so invitational or better. So I have, I think, a game force. So the question is, what do? I could bid 2 no, but I think that's passable. Game try, 11-12. I'm too strong for that. So my technically correct bid might be 3 diamonds, which is natural, but I don't necessarily want to play 3 no trump from partner side. I mean, it depends what their spade holding is. Like if they have king doubleton of spades, I actually do want to play 3 no from his side. If he has ace doubleton of spades, I want to play 3 no from my side. So could I temporize with 2 spades? That's going to show a 4-card suit. No, it says stop or missing. Well, I don't want to do that because I don't want partner to blow past 3 no trump. So I'm just going to bid 3 no trump. Stoppers in both 15 to 16 points. I think that's what I got. Let them guess whether to lead diamonds or spades or hearts, hopefully not hearts. Oh, partner had a 6th heart. Okay. So depending where the ace of spades is, we wrong-sided this. If the ace of spades is with east, we should have played it from partner's side. If it's with west, we should have played it from our side, but we don't know which it is yet. But I think the natural thing to do here, let's counter tricks. 3 diamonds, a heart, 2 clubs is 6, and 1 spade is 7. Could get an extra diamond, could get an extra club, or we could work on hearts. I think it's natural to work on hearts. And of course, I'm not going to put up the king of spades because that would look silly if West is leading from ace, jack, 10. So I'm going to play low, win the queen of spades, and play a heart to the queen. If East wins the king, my king of spades is protected anyway for the moment. So let's see what that'll yield for us. And I want to keep diamonds as my communication suit. So some people may rush and just cash their diamonds and hope the 4th diamond is good, but the entry to the dummy, the ace, queen, jack of hearts, and it's also the entry back to my hand in case like we run the 10 of clubs and it wins, or even if it loses. So I don't want to break the diamonds yet. That's my communication suit. So let's play a heart to the queen and see what happens. Maybe we catch a doubleton 10, maybe the suit's 3-3. I hope this loses, actually. No, it won. Okay. That's not ideal, because if I give up a trick to the king of hearts and it's with West, a spade could come through and I might go down. So what can we do here? We've got 2 in already. The ace of hearts is 3. 3 diamonds is 6. The other option here, instead of playing for king doubleton or king third or 10 doubleton of hearts, is I could run the 10 of clubs right now. And I'm actually almost hoping it loses. If it loses and a spade comes back, I'm going to hope the opponents can take 3 spades and 1 club and make my contract. If I set up their heart trick for them, right, if I play ace of hearts and another heart, they may take 2 hearts and 3 spades. So that would be kind of frustrating. Yeah, I think it's right to switch to clubs now, to be honest. And if the 10 of clubs wins, then maybe I could actually go back to hearts. No, then I'll have 1, 2, 3, and 4 is 7, 8. That's probably making 4. I think I'm going to play the 10 of clubs now. Or maybe I should cash the ace of hearts first in case I see the king or the 10. Then I know I can continue hearts. No, but then they'll take the king of hearts, the queen of clubs, and 3 spades and beat me. So no, I can't do that. I'm going to play the 10 of clubs. It might even get covered. No, it didn't get covered. So let's duck. Let's see. Wins the queen. And back comes a spade. Oh, back comes a club. Okay, let me look at the spots. Hold on, hold on. We collected the 3 and the 4 and the queen. Okay, so there's still the 9, 8, 7 out there. He's returning the deuce. So if we can drop the 9, 8, 7 of clubs, that's good. And it sort of feels like the ace of spades is now onside. It's with West. Otherwise, he would have continued one, almost certainly. So I think we can pitch. I want to keep all the diamonds in the dummy because I need that in case I need to take a finesse later on. So I'm going to pitch a heart. 7, okay. So now I need to be careful with what I'm going to pitch. I want to keep my options open. I could pitch, cash 1 more club, and if they both follow, my last 2 clubs are good. If somebody shows out, though, I may not want to cash the last club. So let's see. I'm going to pitch another heart. 6 of spades. Okay. Okay, so East still has a stopper. They still have the 9, 8 of clubs. So they started with 5 clubs, and we don't know what else. So it feels like what we want to do is work on West by getting to a position where we cash our diamonds and clubs, hopefully 5 of them. And on the last winner, West is going to be forced to either come down to ace and 1 spade and the singleton king of hearts, or reverse, singleton ace of spades and king doubleton of hearts. And if I can guess which one, I can play that suit. Like if, well, I guess it doesn't even matter. Well, I guess it'll depend. It will determine what I'm going to keep in dummy. I'm going to have to keep 3 cards. So either singleton king of spades and ace jack of hearts. So I play a spade, he wins the ace and is end played into giving me the ace jack of hearts, or vice versa. I keep the ace of hearts along with king and 1 spade, play a spade towards the dummy, and then dummy's high. That's probably fine anyway, actually, because if I'm playing him to have the ace of spades, I'm going to do that anyway. So let's see what we can do here. I want to start with the king of diamonds, then play the 10 of diamonds to the ace. Who's likely to have the diamonds? I mean, West is pitching spades. I think they've got spade length, something like, I mean, they didn't overcall with the king of hearts and the queen of clubs and the ace of spades, and we opened a club, right? So they probably don't have 5 spades. They may have 4, but they probably don't have ace jack 10 fifth of spades plus the king of hearts plus the queen of clubs. So let's see what we can do here. He's probably something like 4 something 2. So the diamond's actually rate to be with West, but let's see. I kind of want to force him to make another discard with the king of clubs. Let's do that. He'll probably pitch another spade. Yeah, another spade, the 10 of spades. So it kind of looks like he started with ace jack 10 fourth of spades. I'm going to pitch a heart, and then I think I can just play a spade towards the king. It feels like he's got 4 diamonds, like, and he's protecting them for dear life. 4 spades, 2 clubs, 4 diamonds, 3 hearts. That's what it feels like. So I'm going to pitch a heart. And now I'm going to play a spade. And hopefully this doesn't lose to the ace, or that's going to look really silly. 8. Oh, gosh. That's not good. That's not good at all. So did he have jack 10, 8 fourth? Yeah, I think he did. So the other hand has ace and 1 left. So he's going to win the ace, the spade, and then the club, and then I should have the rest. Unless he had, this guy pitched 2 spades already. He didn't start with ace jack 10 fifth. So this guy might actually, he may have started with jack 10 fifth. This guy might have ace doubleton. So I'll duck, see what happens. Ace, 9. Ace of spades coming. And then a club, and then I'm good. There's a diamond pitch, okay? Cash your club. Okay, pitch the heart. And I probably could have made more on this deal. And we could also have right-sided it. And I could have dropped, of course, the queen of clubs doubleton, but that's not percentage. King third of hearts. So if I'd worked on hearts, I would have done better, I think. They could have taken 2 spades, a heart, and then probably a club. So let's see. Double dummy, I'm sure I could make lots. I could make 5 because I can drop the queen of clubs. I can pick up jack fourth of diamonds, which I suspected it might be. And hearts were 3-3. So yeah, you're going to make a bunch of tricks if you know where all the cards are. But still, you had a decent shot of defeating me because 10 tricks, I think, is realistic and within grasp if you work on hearts. So let's get to the 4th deal now. We have 11 high card points and 5-4 in the red suits. We're just going to bid 1 forcing, no trump, semi-forcing. Let's see what partner does. Two clubs. All right, so we have a couple choices here. We're too strong to go back to 2 spades because we have 11 high card points. So we could bid 2-no, or we could show a heart suit along the way. Usually, if you bid 2-no and partner's going to accept, if they have a 3-card heart suit, they're going to show that to you along the way, so you don't miss a 5-3 fit. Let's just see, because I think Leah plays some funky stuff here. 6 weak hearts or 5 hearts, 10 or more. So 2 diamonds is a transfer to hearts. And we're then going to be able to bid 2-no trump, I believe, to show this hand, 11 high card points. Whereas direct 2 hearts is going to be weaker. I'm sorry, it's actually artificial. It just shows spades. So yeah, we're going to bid 2 diamonds to show hearts along the way. This is what Gavin's brother Darren always played. 2 diamonds always shows hearts. Let's see what partner does. 4 hearts. Wow, that's different. Okay. Diamond splinter. Yeah, that makes sense. So he's got 13 to 18 with 3 hearts, and therefore 4 clubs, 5 spades, something like that. Potentially even 0 diamonds and 5-5 in the black suits. So do we have enough to carry on? Our queen of diamonds is useless, so that's not good. But we have king doubleton of spades. That is a huge holding. And 2 little clubs is decent, and ace queen fifth of hearts is good. So let's build a little shell hand for partner. Ace queen fifth of spades, king third of hearts. That's 9 points. Ace king of clubs, that's 16 points, and a singleton diamond. That would make slam pretty good. We would need hearts 3-2 and then maybe a tiny bit of luck, but that's 16 points. Partner could have only 13. I actually am not crazy about taking up all this room here because there's a big difference between 13 and 18. If partner is 18, for sure, we're almost certainly for sure going to want to be in slam. But with only 13, I just built a hand that's 16 points where slam is probably about 50%. So I think I'm going to take the low road here. And this may look silly. We may have a bunch of tricks, but some days trumps don't break. Some days you get tapped out. So let's pass. And hopefully he's got the weaker end of that range. So he has 8 and 7 is 15. He's sort of in the middle, but slam is not amazing. It's not terrible. We have hopefully no trump loser, but we're going to have to negotiate the spades. And then, the entry to the spades is now gone in the form of the ace of diamonds. And we just have the king, 2 potential club losers. So a couple of ways of trying to play this hand. We could try to set up the spade suit first and then end up drawing trump ending in dummy and then cashing the spades to throw away our diamonds and clubs, or throw away our diamonds and then play a club to the king. We could also try to ruff a diamond or 2 in the dummy. That's maybe not a bad plan. The issue is that's going to take up dummy's trumps, and we're not going to be able to draw trumps ending in dummy after we've set up spades. So this is a bit of a tricky hand, but I'm glad we're not in slam because, making 4 is going to be challenging enough, or try to make 5 probably. Let's see. So I don't know what to do. There's a lot of choices here. I don't really want to start on trumps. The other thing is that we may end up wanting to take sort of a backward spade finesse, running the jack, because to protect our queen of diamonds. So if West gains the lead, when dummy's out of trumps, he can't hurt us. The problem is that he could play a club, and the ace might be with East, and then a diamond comes back, and all of a sudden we're losing 4 tricks very quickly, actually 5 tricks very quickly, 2 diamonds, 2 clubs, and a spade. So I think I'm going to try to ruff a couple diamonds in the dummy, but we have to be a little bit careful with how we're going to plan this. We're going to win the ace, and then I think we want to come to our hand with the king of spades. Maybe even not. Maybe just run the jack of spades right away. Yeah, if that loses and a club comes back, that's not good. So win the ace of diamonds, come to our hand with a spade, ruff a diamond, see what happens. Then maybe we go ace of spades, spade. We don't want to get over rough though. So maybe ace of diamonds, queen of diamonds, we leave ourselves with just the queen 10 of diamonds and then work on trumps. Maybe that's the play. But then we may be forced to take a spade finesse later, and that could just be putting all of our eggs in one basket. But I think it's best. Actually, maybe we should just set up spades first. No, but then they can tap the dummy with a diamond, and then dummy's dead. We're not going to be able to draw trumps and get back there unless the ace of clubs is onside. So let's win the ace of diamonds. Let's see what they play here. The jack. The jack. Okay, that's very strange. He must, the south hand is the dummy, so he doesn't know. Well, he does know Declare's got a singleton ace. We told him that in the bidding. So that's a very strange play. Now, he knows his partner doesn't have the ace of diamonds, right? He wouldn't lead a low one from the ace. So putting in the jack, that's awfully strange. Awfully strange. So let's win. Let's come to the king of spades. Do I want to waste the jack? Remember, this hand's hidden. Try to get a cover. I don't think so. I'm just going to play low, and maybe we actually see the king of diamonds on the third trick rather. So I'm not going to run the queen. I'm just going to play a little one. Although maybe running the queen is best. King, no, okay. Now I think I want to cash the king of hearts. There's the 9. So 7, 9, king 9, 7, king 9, 8, 7, something like that. I think I want to cash the king of hearts. Ace of spades, spade. No, that's going to be ugly. That's going to be ugly. Maybe ace of spades, spade, throwing a diamond. Then they're going to score a spade, a diamond, and I need the ace of clubs on side. Yeah, this hand is quickly turning dangerous. Maybe I just play hearts now, totally, because I only got one diamond loser anyway. So roughing the diamonds doesn't really help unless I'm dropping the king. So yeah, so I would lose a diamond, a spade, and a club, potentially 2 clubs. So yeah, I think if trumps are 3-2, I'm actually cold. I just draw trump, and I've got the king of clubs, ace of clubs on side for an over trick. Yeah, that's probably best. I'm not going to risk the spade finesse, not at this point anyway. Let's see if trumps break. 8, that's ominous, because dummy had king 10 9. So hopefully we're catching Jack Doubleton here. Jack Doubleton? No, oh my goodness. Okay, so trumps didn't break, so it's a good thing we stayed low, but I may be forced to take the spade finesse. And it's probably not going to work, just given the carding and distribution so far, but maybe the ace of clubs is on side. Do I want to force out the last trump? It may not hurt. It may not hurt. And the problem is that if West returns a club, I put up the king and it loses to the ace, they can force out my last trump, and then they're going to cash a club when they get in with the king of diamonds. Or I could be bold and just try to make it with a spade to the jack. Of course, if that loses to the queen and the ace of clubs was on side to begin with, I've gone down in a cold contract. But East signaling kind of tells me that the suggests the ace of clubs is on side. So let's, I don't know, this is tough. Maybe a diamond is actually the right play right now. Set up our diamond trick. Because if East wins, he's got no more, if he has no more diamonds and he's got no more hearts, maybe that's the play. Yeah, maybe that's better. And I'll pitch 1 club. So let's see what happens. Hopefully the king is not on our left. Deuce, okay, okay. So let's do this. I want to save all the spades. Hopefully he doesn't return a diamond. Okay, perfect. Caught the ace of clubs on side. Oh, it was offside potentially. So let's win it. Now, we are making the contract, okay, but can we potentially get an extra trick? The only way we can get, I mean, we still have a trump to lose. So the only way we can get an extra trick is if the queen of spades falls right now, because we can't get back to our hand to take a spade finesse right away. So let's try that, and then we can throw our losing club away. Okay, so what I'm going to do, just to be super careful, I think, do this, queen, I'm going to ruff and cash the 10 of diamonds. Okay, no problem. I'm going to get 2 of the last 3 tricks here. Ace of clubs. Okay, so we got a baby end play on East by throwing him in with the king of diamonds. So that was fortunate. This may be a pretty good score, to be honest. Stopping in 4 hearts and so kind of causing an end play to end up making it. Notice though that 3-no trump does well, and maybe you guys get to 3-no trump, and I think you've got to guess spades though and guess hearts. That's kind of how you make 10 tricks in no trump. But you might even get lucky and play 3-no trump without mentioning hearts, and they lead from the jack 4th of hearts. But they should lead a diamond if West is on lead. All right, so this has been a long set, but we're here, the last board, a diamond, a spade overcall. We have 8 points, lots of diamonds, but we're going to start with a negative double, showing our 4 hearts. 2 spades, 3-no trump. That's a little bit scary, but we do have potentially a 5th diamond for partner. If partner is something like 2, 3, 4, 4, we may have an extra diamond trick for him, for her, I guess. So, she thinks she can make 3-0 trump. Who are we to argue? Maybe 5 diamonds is better, but at pairs, we'll just take our chances in 3-0 trump, and hopefully they don't lead a club if that's right. So king of spades, partner's stopper is terrible, but partner's club stopper was worse. So our best contract is probably 3 diamonds. So, or 4 diamonds, I guess, is okay. We're going to survive. So today we've got 8 tricks, right? We have a spade, a heart, and 6 diamonds, and then we're going to close up shop. So we're just cashing out for down 1. And I don't know why partner bids so much. They have 14 high card points. I don't know how I would have gotten partner to stop. And I can't pull, I don't think, because pulling to 4 diamonds is forcing. That shows like a good hand. Pulling a voluntarily bid 3-0 trump out of the blue. So let's win. And we have 6 diamonds and the ace of hearts. Maybe they'll do something silly and throw away the queen of spades or throw away a bunch of hearts. Okay, diamonds are 1-1. There's a heart. There's a spade. Try not to block myself. They're pitching a lot of clubs, but the whole spade suit's running. So even if they pitched all their clubs away, I wouldn't chance a double heart finesse because they've got the whole spade suit to cash. All right, let's throw a spade, and then we'll play the 10 of hearts, just in case he covers from like queen 5th and crashes the singleton king. Didn't happen, so let's sneak a heart by. Didn't work. I'm not shocked. And down we go. So I'm curious what your robot may have done with this north hand. The negative double's pretty normal, and I have no idea what your north robot's going to do here. As it turns out, yeah, 4 diamonds. We were supposed to get to diamonds. They can make 4 clubs, or 3 spades. 3 spades is actually a higher scoring contract for them. So let's take a look. Tell me what your robot partner did here. Like, to me, this is kind of a 3 diamond bid. Like, you have 14 points. You're taking a free bid. It's not like you're just forced to bid. Some people would even play 2-0 in this position as basically, a 3 diamond or 3 club bid, but a minimum. Sort of good, bad 2-0 trump, and bidding 3 diamonds freely would show a little bit extra. So I think the robot has a 3 diamond bid. Over that, I would pass, and the opponents would probably, both of them have a singleton, so they would probably compete to 3 spades, and then it would be up to me to compete to 4 diamonds, which I would. I have a 5th trump, and I haven't even supported partner once. So that's it for today. We had an interesting bit of a rocky set. So first deal, we pushed them up, but they got to the par result. Well, not really. Partner could have beaten them with a different lead or a different defense. Second board was a disaster for me, so you should win that one. Third board, I could have made more, so you have a shot of winning that one. Fourth deal, I'm curious, did anybody end up playing in 3-0 trump, making it? Did you end up making more than 4 hearts? I think it's kind of tricky to make more than 4 hearts, even if you can see all the cards. And fifth deal, I am curious what your robot rebid over the negative double, because to me, that's just a 3 diamond bid. So thanks again, Danny Miles here, signing off, and like and subscribe and leave a comment because I do enjoy reading and responding to them. And take care, and we'll see you next time.